Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a really interesting unboxing video to share with you guys. So this is a knife that I was not initially aware of, and somebody from one of my live streams sent me a DM on Instagram, I think, or an email saying, hey, I know that you're a big fan of everybody involved with this project, and you should definitely take a look. And when I looked at the knife on Instagram, I thought, holy moly, how did I miss this? So I can't wait to share this with you guys. I think this is going to be really exciting for a lot of people. Thank you so much to the person who sent this in. I'm going to reveal that here in a moment. I will have links for this down in the description. You guys can check it out. They're not affiliate links. They're just... It's where the knife is. So I'll link it down there. You guys can check it out. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay, so what do we have? What do we have here? Oh boy, I'm very excited. This is right up my alley, and very familiar with all parties involved. So this is, sorry, just to make sure that there's nothing else in here with private info, but we do have a business card. So I'm going to share this with you guys real quick. You're probably familiar with Elishewitz. Probably. I would imagine so. If you're not, check out the website. And I'll have Instagram and everything like that listed down in the description. But this is actually a collaboration between Les George and Elishewitz, which is immediately interesting. Immediately interesting to me. There we go. This is also a... It's a production knife. This is a small batch production knife manufactured by Ketchuo. And I'm very familiar with Ketchuo's work. They do some excellent, excellent work. But really, aside from the very interesting aesthetic of this knife, the other super duper interesting element is the fact that this is an integral. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm going to put the name of this up on screen right now so you guys know what it is. But again, it'll be linked down below. And that is so cool. Man, that is cool. In a knife world where it seems like, you know, I go a certain amount of time and I'm like, man, I feel like every design that could possibly be done has been done and everything is just a variation of everything else. And obviously this isn't the first knife to have a sort of bayonet dagger style grind. It does create for a very unique aesthetic. What is the purpose of the additional screws going down the middle? I don't think anything. I think it's purely aesthetic because the frame is not held together. I mean, one of these, this is interesting actually, one of these is acting as the over travel. We do have a lock bar insert, right? This one here, I think it's just to keep with the pattern of the aesthetic and to create the contrast between this really, really cool, like sort of gunmetal-y gray black finish that we have on everything, and then the brass color on the hardware. We have the, here, I'm going to let you guys take a look here. We have the Elishewitz logo and we have the Les George logo, and as expected, Ketchuo did a perfect job of this. Oh my goodness. Now, it comes in a couple of different grind options. Man, the action on that is beautiful, and it's very easy to deploy too. I really like that. You guys know that I have this fascination with things that have a symmetrical aesthetic. You can see the pivot is slightly kicked over, and that's probably to allow the blade to deploy. Well, I guess it's so the blade falls into the handle in a very specific way, right? I mean, they couldn't have the pivot back, I guess. It's hard. I don't design or manufacture knives, right? That's just my guess, is to get it to fall in place and deploy as intended. But I do have a fascination with, obviously, integrals and designs that have a symmetry or near symmetry to them. I just find it really, really pleasing. There are a lot of integral designs out there, right? So we have a premium blade steel. I'm almost certain that this is M390. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see exactly where it is. Maybe it's something else, but it'll be listed on the website that's in the description. We have titanium integral made by Ketchuo. While sub $400 integrals made in China exist, it's pretty rare. This is right there in that territory, making it very, very competitive, right? Not everybody values the integral element, right? Because you can save a lot of money by buying a knife that's constructed with 2 separate pieces of titanium, and then they're screwed together with a backspacer or standoffs, right? That's a much less expensive build. But it's factually substantially more expensive to create a build that's milled from a single piece of titanium, which is why it's very, very rare to see these types of knives fall, too far under the $400 mark, right? I mean, they certainly exist, but it is very rare, especially when we have more premium finishes, more premium milling, right? They didn't slouch on this. It's hard for me to say if this is more or less George or more Elishewitz. It's just a really cool combination of elements, and it's very, very different from a lot of the stuff that I have reviewed and a lot of the stuff that I have in my collection, and it's just a really cool design. They have this. I thought this was just really attractive. Obviously, a grind like this makes the edge a little bit thicker, but they do have a different grind where it starts to taper towards the cutting edge much higher, so you can get a little bit more slicey. This is obviously, for me, it's more of an aesthetic thing. Personally, that's why I picked this up, because I just like the fuller down the middle. But if you want to go the more functional route, they make a different blade style for that. But yeah, really cool. And another thing that I love is that they didn't make another smallish medium knife. Like, the market, for people who like that stuff, that's great, buy what you want, but the market is flooded with small to medium designs, and this is not. This is actually on the larger side. Overall length is 8 point, my measurements may vary slightly from the website, but I'm coming up with 8.65 inches, and the blade length is 3.75, cutting edge 3.5. That's on the larger side, not an XL knife, but on the larger side. What does it weigh? Actually, I want to take a look at the inside here. So interesting that the screws just go. That's the only purpose I can think of, is we just have the screws on there just for them to, be something interesting to look at, right? Not hurting anything. That's fine because they're flush with the scales. But the inside, obviously not going to have any milling for weight reduction, but I don't think it's going to end up being a super heavy knife. Take a look here. Yeah, okay, honestly, not bad for a larger integral, 4.87 ounces for 3.75 inches of blade and full titanium. Not bad at all. I do have to stress that I used to say all the time that I didn't like the deployment caps or the deployment discs, because I found it like less convenient than a thumb stud to deploy. And I've seen so many examples of this proving me wrong, like just completely wrong. Maybe I just had bad experiences with designs that didn't have the discs placed in the right spot. It has to be that, because a lot, like, there have been, if I'm not mistaken, there's another, maybe I just can't remember what it is, but maybe there's another Les George design out there that has that cap there. And no, isn't it the it's the one that he just recently did, the USA Mid-Tech. I just can't, I can't remember. But I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about here. But yeah, that works really well. You can see here, like, for example, doing the fancy reverse flick is effortless. Boy, that's really cool. This is really cool. I love the finish on this. This sort of like slightly reflective gunmetal finish is really cool. And then we have the clip, to me, screams Les George, right? But not quite as, duckbilly as the VECP. I've talked about that before. I think that actually works really well. I cannot wait to carry and use this knife, which I'll do for a bit before I actually review it. If you're looking for, a nice premium, specifically an integral knife in this territory, and you've shopped around for a bit and you're kind of familiar with, competitors and what's out there, this appears to be a great option. And again, the people behind it, Elishewitz, George, and built by Ketrel, that's a winning combination in my book. So very cool, great first impressions. I will do a full comprehensive review of this knife a few weeks down the road from now, so watch out for that. But if you want to check it out in the meantime, there's a link in the description. Thank you again to Alan Elishewitz for providing this so that I can share it with you guys. Really, really cool. Make sure and check out the website, social media, all of that. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.